Hello and welcome to the Slip Slip Sis YouTube channel. My name is Che,
I'm Gabz.
and this is our YouTube channel where we share all about our crafting and I don't know, other stuff, I guess, that we do. This is episode 21, and it is the nighttime of Saturday, April 29th, because it has been a while since we've been able to podcast, and it was not going to work out for us to do it during the daytime tomorrow. So this is what you're going to get. I couldn't do it in my craft room because the lighting is terrible. It's nighttime where Gabz is, so the children are, as they are. And so you're just getting the real Monty tonight. And you can find us on Instagram and Ravelry as well. Instagram is slip.slip.sis and Ravelry is slip.slip.sis, but all of our information will be down below. And we're going to have a slightly uneven podcast tonight, but because it's been like a whole month since we actually did a legit podcast. But if you want to see what we've been doing for the past month, we have a couple of different videos of all different types that have come out, so feel free to check those out. But we are going to kick it off with, I'm feeling so out of practice for this because I never get to do the design talk part, but Gabz made me. So that's why I'm here with you for this section. Is I will have a design coming out in, when do I have to have the design coming out?
May 31st.
May 31st. So this is Gabz, just my manager. So I'm so excited. This is a design that I did in 2021. So it's been a hot minute, and they are called the Gridlock socks because they are inspired by my commute that I used to do from, if you're not familiar with Southern California, but one part of Southern California in one county to a different part, which is riddled with traffic. It was 90 miles a day, and it would sometimes take me upwards of 2 hours to get home from work. And so I was just inspired by the gridlock traffic. And so these are my Gridlock socks and these beautiful yarn from Universal Yarn. Let me grab it out so that you can see it. This is one of the socks for the sample. I have the other one cast on. So I cast it on right. I actually finished this like 17 minutes ago. So these are very fresh off the needles. This is the Zesty sock from Universal Yarn, and the color is called Peppercorn. And I've never done a sock with striping like this. And I think it's really fun because you really don't know where it's going to pop in. I feel like with self striping or even yarn that micro stripes, you can kind of guesstimate when it's going to come. But I feel like I could not get a pattern going, which I think makes it very exciting. But the pattern has got some simple cables and then this exciting elongated slip stitch. These are the lanes of the freeway, the 405, and then these cables are meant to represent all the cars stacked up against each other. So it is out for testers right now. The testers are so speedy and have had fabulous renditions themselves. So stay tuned for the release of the Gridlock socks.
I like how the color kind of looks like the different colors you get like on Google Maps. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like when it's the deep red or like when it's green.
It's brown. When it's brown, you're like, I'm not getting home for a bit.
So I like how it like the yarn kind of complements the theme.
And if you like this yarn, you too can get this yarn because we will have an affiliate link down below, which Gabz has told me I will put in.
Yes, we also have a coupon code for 10% off of Zesty sock. So you too can have these Gridlock socks. We're very stoked. This is our like first affiliate link situation. If you don't know what an affiliate link is, where it doesn't cost you anything more, but if you use our link, I think we get 10% commission for basically, it's like a referral program, right? Because we referred you there. So please do that so we can buy more yarn.
Yeah, feel free to check it out. And I want to share about the bag because the bag technically is an acquisition. It is in my bag, which it just has nothing to do with the sock, but I wanted to use my bag. Says your MCal Knitter Baby. This is the MCal, the mystery knit along bag from Stephen West from 2022. And total transparency, I didn't have the money to be able to buy the kits when they were coming out or be able to pay for the shipping because it does ship out of Amsterdam. So my friend was like, I'm going to Amsterdam in April. And I'm like, that's so fun. Hey, buddy, you want to stop by Stephen and Penelope and pick me up some goodies? So she got me this bag and she also picked up one for Gabz. So she is really the MVP of the Slip Slip Friends. I have some other goodies
Yes.
that she got me, but I'll show those a little bit later. But this is what the socks are housed in. So I just wanted to share these.
That's Shaylee's friend. It was so nice because Shaylee's like, Inger's gonna get me stuff from Stephen and Penelope. And I was like this. And then Shaylee called me, she's like, Inger says she'll buy you one too, which was great. And then I Venmoed them the money. But I was like, because I was so sad because we like Amsterdam isn't in the cards for me anytime soon.
Yeah, so very exciting. I love that I have friends who jet set and then also understand that I need them to get me yarn from where they're going, and then they will FaceTime. She FaceTimed me from Amsterdam and was like, it was 6 o'clock in the morning, I think on a Saturday. She's like, are you up? I'm like, yup. So that's it for me for designs.
Is it me with FOs?
All the FOs are you.
So I kind of, Shaylee and I love Nitty Natty. So I made an April goals list for myself for the nitty things that I wanted to complete in April. And it is the 29th. And I actually did every single one of them on my list as of today, including ends woven in, and it's blocked. Like my stuff is blocked and is on the drying mat. So I was like, maybe Nitty Natty knows what she's doing. Fancy that. So the first F, I guess, because I'm talking about Nitty Natty, I got to be part of her mini crochet test knit. So, which comes out on May 1st. She's also hosting a cozy along where you knit or crochet any of her cozies, and then you're entered. You have to post on Instagram, and you can also put your finished cozy in a Google form. Check out her post for all of the details and rules. So her mini yarn cozies are coming out in May 1st as the kickoff to her cozy along. So I don't crochet that much. So I followed the pattern to make a 20-gram cozy. And it looks like this. Because apparently I also crochet as loose as I knit. So this is, I know the lighting is terrible because it's 8 o'clock at night, but this is Plumeria from Destination Yarn, and it totally fits a 50-gram mini. So I was like, shoots. So I had to reknit it, and I used a 2.25 millimeter crochet hook, which is what the pattern called for. That didn't work. So then I had to knit another one. And now this one is so adorable and cute and the appropriate size. I had to use a 1.25 millimeter crochet hook, and that was not that fun. But I did it because it's a test knit. So I wanted to be like spot on, because honestly, I have plenty of 50-gram minis, so it's not a problem. So this is what it's supposed to be. This is the first one I made. And then I became obsessed with making cozies. So now I have challenged myself to make 30 cozies in 30 days for the month of May. Yes, I know May has 31 days, but I'm building some cushion into it. So if you want to follow along on that journey, follow us on Instagram. And I'm putting together a YouTube video for it. I've also expanded cozies to mean it can be like fabric cozies too, and DPN cozies that I'm going to make as well, because I realized I need some DPN cozies. And I'm also, all of mine aren't going to count for Nitty Natty's knit along, because I wanted to try out other people's yarn cozies as well. We have a Ravelry bundle that also, where I like kind of just grouped all the patterns together. If you want to check that out too, I will make my sister link that too below, and then she's going to be mad. But I made these cozies. They're really fun, and they don't use that much yarn. This was like 4 grams. This was like maybe 7. So
you could also make like drink cozies.
I could, but your nieces are kind of grubby. My children. That is true. Nitty Natty does have drink cozies too, that you could, that's part of her cozy along as well. I've just never been a drink cozy kind
But
of
I
person
feel
because
like
I'm
it's a
kind of
good
impressive.
gift that it's like it's impressive, but doesn't take no.
That is true. I could do it for it is Teacher Appreciation Week next week, the first week of
Mm,
May. So I could do that for my colleagues. Maybe I'll do that. Do you have other FOs, chairs? It's still
I
me.
cannot emphasize to you enough that we've had this discussion multiple times. And I
Okay, still
know
me. So the FO that's on the blocking mats right now, which is why I can't show you, is a design for Blue Sky Fibers. It is a ballet wrap with so ballet wraps, they like cross over and then they tie it. Ballerinas wear them. Um like to warm up, like when they're warming up for their things. And I used to be a stage manager. Chili used to be a dancer. So I've seen many, many ballet wraps. And I was like, oh, that'd be really cute, like layered knit garment too. So that will be coming out, unfortunately, not for like a year and a half. So you get to all the way wait until 2024 to see it. But that was the knit garment that I was working on for the majority of the month. It took me 32 days to knit it, which I think is pretty good because we also got the stomach flu and I was working full time. So I'm thinking that's solid on my knitting. The other sweater, I finished 2 sweaters in a month. What? This is this crazy loud sweater. It is called Heart on My Sleeve by Lucy Hand Stitched on Instagram. It is a made to measure pattern, and I was test knitting it for her. And it is on Destination Yarns International Space Station. And oh my gosh, it's so banana pants. I wore it to school already. And you know what? I had like 8 of my high schoolers really like it. They're like, Miss Koizumi, that sweater's fire. And I'm like, I know, I made it. They're like, we know you make your own clothes. We're like, we know you made it. That's why we told you. Plus, finals are coming up, so they're probably buttering me up. But high schoolers don't always give compliments that easily. So I took it. I took all of the compliments. So that is coming out actually tomorrow on April 30th. So it'll probably be out by the time you see this podcast. So check it out for her. It's a made to measure pattern, which is pretty fun. Um, I knit the like cropped version. There's also a version where the hem stops here above, like above your bust starting, but I didn't want to do that version because my shoulders to bust ratio is very like out of proportion that the pattern was telling me to knit negative stitches or negative rows. So I was like, that's not right. So then I knit the full version. So that's what I did. And it's got this really cute, if you've been with us before, Chili and I called them these slugs from the Stephen West MCal. So it has the slugs. And remember how I vowed never to do the slugs again? Well, it turns out the slugs were hard because they were knit flat because you had to purl. But when you knit them in the round, it's not that bad. So do not let the slugs deter you because they weren't that bad. I actually knit this in like 2 weeks. So do that as well. Jaylee, didn't you have your April sock swap socks?
I already shared about those.
Ah, nuts. Okay, that's me then.
I love
Because
it
also,
when you don't watch my videos, Gabs.
what? I watched your videos.
Yeah, I talked about it in my vlog from
Sometimes you
one
just
week ago.
sometimes you just tell me things though, like so I can't remember if it's a vlog or
Awareness
if
that
you've
she
just
doesn't listen to me.
that true. That is also true. So I finished my April sock swap. April sock swap socks. That's hard to say. It was a pattern called Timeless Arrow. Yeah, I wanted to call it Follow Your Arrow, but that was last
That
month
was
with
follow your path.
Timeless Arrow Socks by the Crazy Sock Lady. And the yarn is from Earl Grey Fiber Company. The purple is Best Wishes, Warmest Regards. And the variegated heels, toes, and cuffs is also Earl Grey Fiber Company from their Knit Flicks and Chill advent calendar that my sister got. And it's called Sunset Bay, Sunrise Bay, something like that. Sunrise Bay
Bay, which is
from
also a Schitt's Creek thing.
from their Schitt's Creek like feature from the Netflix and chill. Shaylee gave me these colors because we're swapping every month. We're very excited to open up May's. I cannot remember what I gave my sister
I know, I
at
kind of
all.
want to open it tomorrow.
Me too. I wanted to as well. I actually
Okay,
was
great. Let's
considering
just do that.
doing it and then just not telling you.
Oh, I was gonna ask you if I could do mine tomorrow.
So I knit these socks. I struggled a little bit learning the stitch pattern because it's pretty detailed, but eventually I got it. I used the chart. The chart made it much easier to understand the stitch pattern rather than the written directions. But I'm a big chart knitter. Like I don't really do written directions if I can help it.
See, I usually am a chart person, but I followed the written directions
Ah,
because like my eyeballs kept getting lost on the chart, and it was like this. And
I did. I had to print the chart, and I even
Mm.
had to do like the little dot. Like I make dots when I finish the row. So it took me. I knit one whole sock before I got the pattern, and I did
Yeah.
a short leg because the repeat was kind of hard. So I like by the time I was here, I was like, I'm so good at this chart, and then it was over. So next month for May, Shaylee and I are doing butterfly kisses, which
That one also looks kind of hard.
yeah, it's got like the wraps, right? Because it's got
Yeah.
the I don't know.
It looks like bows to me.
It does look
The
like
way that it
bows.
like
Yeah, this is how we do things. Chaylee's the wings, and here I'll be the body. This is our thumbnail. That's all of my FOs. What you
I
got?
thought you said you have five.
That is 5.
Oh, I think I already forgot them.
The 2 yarn cozies, the ballet wrap, the heart on my sleeve
Oh,
sweater,
you
and the
counted
socks.
2 yarn cozies. I counted that
They're
as
2
one.
objects, Jen.
Whatever. Same thing.
Your turn.
Okay, so obviously I am working on this, but one of my it's actually a half, which I should have gotten this ready while Gabz was talking, but I was working on my cuff instead. So here we are. Look at this fun bag. This is a bag that our dad made for me as part of my Bags by Al collection of things. I already bought 3 new fabrics today when I went to the store to get lobster cloths. I walked out with 3 different fabrics. And my lobster cloths. And then I also got 2 frames. This is what happens when you go to the craft store. But I am working on some DK socks, and you have not seen the toe of these yet, Gabz, because I went rogue on the toe. I feel like I need you to like close your eyes so you can like get. I want to do a reveal because this is like.
I keep seeing them pop out the top of the bag as you're fiddling.
Okay, I need you. You gotta close your eyes because I need you. I need this to be a raw reaction. Hold on, you have to. So I'm just gonna keep talking while your eyeballs are closed. So this is I did DK socks and I held 2 different yarns, and then I was like, let's make this even spicier. So I wanted to do an accent toe. I would like you to know that the toe's color is called Freddie Mercury. So already put that in your mind. And the 2 yarns I have, one is from Western Sky Knits, and it is called Lagoon. And the other one is Breaking Yarn, and is a one-of-a-kind colorway. So this is my sock. Look now.
Dude.
I think I feel like the lighting is not doing the brightness of these socks justice.
I mean, I saw the body of the sock in person and I thought that was bright. And the yellow is so bright. So I can only imagine what
it
the
is
rest of it.
electric because the blue is actually a stellina. You can kind of see it glinting like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stellina. So it's got sparkle and hot pink and this highlighter toe. I am obsessed. So the highlighter toe is from Birch Dye Works. So Birch Dye Works is the Freddie Mercury toe. The blue Lagoon is from Western Sky Knits, and then the hot pink is a one-of-a-kind experiment colorway from Breaking Yarn. So this is half finished. I am working on the other one, and because these babies were partial skeins, that means I'm gonna have the right amount to add to my sister's magic knot ball. So when she gets to it, I'm gonna put them all next to each other too. You're gonna have this like hot strip because the toe is only a 10 grammer. So this is going to be perfect for adding to your magic knot ball. And I'm so excited for when you're like knitting along with all the pretty pink pastels that you know are my colorways. And it's going to be like, ba-ding, bazinga. So these are my socks I'm working on.
Those are crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I should go. And apparently we've swapped because usually it's me with the bright colors. I've apparently got colors in my sister's wheelhouse. I'm doing another test knit for Leah Loves to Knit. It is her very first sock pattern. It's the test is due on May 6th. So I think it's coming out right after that. And it's called the Daisy Chain Socks. And it is pink and yellow.
I thought you were using
I was.
Is that pink that I gave you that you gave me that you love?
No, this is the pink that I used in our drought tolerant cowl. It's the left. The yellow is from you, so I don't actually know what the yellow is. The yellow
is it orange? Is it really yellow or is it orange?
It's like orange.
Is it orange with black specks?
Uh-huh.
That is Daisy Stitch Co. Pumpkin Pie. You remember how I was telling you about my superpower?
Okay, so what's my pink then?
That's Hypnotic Yarn, and it didn't have a name. It was a sock set that I bought for your
my 30
Advent.
My Dirty 30 Advent. Wow. So I knit these. So Chaley's shocked by what they look like because I originally was making them in the Saul Goodman colorway from Breaking Yarn, and I had some pretty like electric colored minis. Well, it looked not good. So it looked not good. And then the cuff didn't fit like at all. Like it was 10, 11 inches around for the cuff. And that's the same width as my bicep. So I was like, well, that's not going to fit my teeny tiny ankle. So I did some fiddling, and I think Leah's adapting it into her pattern, but I did some fiddling to make this picot cuff fit because I cast on 56 stitches originally, and that's what made it gigantic. So I cast on 48 stitches. Actually, all the directions, look at me, Chaley, all the directions are in our Ravelry project page, which I have actually kept up to date.
I think they've done a body swap.
Yeah. So it's got this really fun, I know my lighting's terrible, this really fun daisy chain pattern. It's a little bit fiddly, but not that fiddly because I did it while I was teching the dance concert. So it's possible.
That's very
check out her Instagram or our Instagram stories for better detailed, not 8:30 at night photos of what it looks like. But
those are very cute.
Thank you. I've finished this one and I am here, which is all blobbity blob blobs, here on the second one. I just finished, I did the cuff and now I'm on the heel flap, and it is in my Erin Lane Bags Grand Canyon sock sack bag, which is her from Destination Lane. And I'm so sad because my Destination Lane shipment for April it did the thing where it's like label created.
Oh,
that's
no.
all that's happened. So which doesn't mean it's not shipped, right? Because sometimes for USPS it doesn't always scan. So I don't know if it just she hasn't taken it to the post office yet, or it's somewhere in the ether, right? So I don't know. So I don't have that yet, but I will do an unboxing video for that. That's my only true whip. I have one more, but then let's see what Chase got first.
You know what those socks colors remind me of? I was reflecting on this while you were talking. You know Baskin Robbins?
Yes,
the rainbow
like the sherbet ice cream.
But specifically the like raspberry and orange strips.
Yeah, the raspberry, the orange, and then it usually has the white, which is the coconut rainbow shirt.
I'm glad that you were with me. Honestly, you know Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, and I'm
not sure if you're familiar.
I should have done I don't have white yarn, but I could have done a white top. That could have been fun.
Oh, that would have been cute.
Yeah, but I'm not ripping it out.
Rip it out. Okay, My next one is also kind of electric, and it's the lighting's not going to do it justice, but this is in another bag that my dad made for me. Look at these cute dinosaurs. It's actually baby fabric. Let me just tell you, the baby fabric section of Joann's, great, great for good content there. And I am making ribbed DK socks just to spice up my ribbing. So look at these babies.
Ooh, I like those.
Look at these. So I did actually a twisted rib for the cuff, because I usually do a 2x2, and sometimes that looks weird when you do the 3x1 ribbing. So I thought I would do like a 1x1 twisted rib, and then I did a 3x1 ribbing on the sock itself, and I would just basically like 3x1 one row and then one full knit the other row. So these are the other DK socks that I'm working on, and I am like almost probably to the heel flap on the other thing. So I'm making good progress, but I'm just in sock land right now. So this is where I'm at with these. And then I will share something after you, Gabz, before we get into acquisitions. So, but you go next.
Okie dokes. So this is, I almost posted this on our Instagram stories, and maybe Traley will weigh in. Do scrappy blankets count as whips? That's my pondering into the universe day, because this is my only other active whip. I am on row 5 of my coziest memories blanket.
That looks great.
Thank you. Thank you. It's pretty long.
That's like a whole blanket.
It is like a whole, like that. See, Kay the Crazy Sock Lady is much more graceful when she tries to show her blanket. I'm just like everywhere with mine. But I'm here right now. I am not my sister, so I have no idea where some of my yarns are, but this is the colors of my ballet wrap, which I just put in. So it's blue, and then it's got some fun sleeve details in gray. I got some hot orange from Lord knows what. I got some green from I don't know what. And I have some blue, which is from Hypnotic Yarn. No, that's a lie. That's from Sweet Tea Yarns for Lilo and Stitch. So I know 2 of the 4. Some of them I know. Some of them I know. Some of them I don't know. But I have goals of knitting 1 strip per month and hopefully being done. But I'm already on May, right? I'm on row 5. So I'm already ahead of the schedule, which I think the cozy along is going to put me behind.
Unless you like do the cozy as a blanket.
That's oh, but I have to confess to you, I've done something bad, but you can go.
I thought you were gonna do cozy. Well, go ahead.
What?
No, you go.
So I also did something bad that Shaylee doesn't know I've done, and I've been okay. This is how I knew I did such a bad thing, that I didn't even use, like, I've leaned in to tell you the secret. I didn't even use our shared Instagram to do it, so my sister wouldn't know I was doing it. I signed up for another test knit. It's an 8-week turnaround.
Is it a sweater?
It's a jumpsuit.
Gabrielle Koizumi.
I haven't started it yet because the yarn that I wanted to use for it came from someone who had cats. So I had to wash it and then dry the yarn, and I just caked it up. And now I'm podcasting with my sister instead of doing it. And yeah.
Is it at least like a tank top jumpsuit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a tank top. So I was looking at it, and it's originally supposed to be shorts, but I don't want it to be shorts. I'm going to do I think I'm going to do capris because I want to wear it to work, because I can't wear shorts to work. I mean, I can. Some people do, but that's not me. So I'm doing that, and it's due June 10th, but it's one of those test knits where you don't get the whole pattern. It's in phases, right? So like you have to, it feels like a video game, like you have to level up. So yeah, there's that. So I'm doing that. But Shaylee doesn't know. It's called the, I'm going to say this wrong because the designer's Portuguese. I think it's called Navigo. It's the Navigo jumpsuit by Patricia Lima of Lima Knits. It's really cute. Her stuff is really cute. Um, yeah, so I've been hiding and scuttling around my sister for the past like that. Oh, that's also why I couldn't start knitting on it because my sister's been at my house for like 3 days. So I was hiding from my sister because then she'd be like, "What you
What's
making,
that?
Gabz?" And I'd be like,
Nothing.
so I couldn't even wash the yarn because she'd be like, "Why are you washing the yarn, Gabz? What do you need it for?" Nothing. So I've been hiding from
Jeff,
my sister.
you said you weren't going to do any test knits this year, and you've done at least 5, right?
Yeah. I've done less though than I did last year. And I'm doing better at like finishing. Like at one point in the fall, I had 5 test knits going at the same time and they were all sweaters. I got them all done. I didn't miss a deadline, but it was a little like,
Because these aren't quitters.
because we're not quitters, except for that one time when I sewed my hand. That I had to quit. Um, yeah, so it's better now because I finished the daisy chain one because it's only one sock. And then I'm doing
You
this
should
other
still
one.
finish the other sock.
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. So that's what I'm doing as well. And I'm also supposed to be working on my Hella Cozy sweater, which I definitely swatched for.
And you're going to
So
be so
I'm
hot if you're working that over the summer.
no, it's cotton. My boucle is cotton,
I
not
still feel like it's going to be heavy, dude.
oh yeah. So I've got goals for May. We'll see how
You're
May
definitely
turns
going
out.
to have to write it down.
My sister's 100% gonna win me on this butterfly kisses thing because I have to get to phase. I have to have phase 3, right? For the jumper. Otherwise, I have 2/3 of a jumper and not the pattern for the rest of it. So Chaley's definitely gonna win me on the butterfly kisses. I may also end up having to make it this short.
We never committed to a length, so. But it might be
No,
hard and I might cry, so then I might have to like put it in the fridge for a while.
yeah,
If it's too hard for me, then I'll have to wait for you.
yeah.
Also, if
So we'll
you've done something really annoying and given me DK, like I don't think,
it's
yeah,
I have no recollection of what I've given you.
wonderful.
It's honestly, I tried to theme it, so it's probably like a pink or a purple or something like that. Like it's probably a spring color. I
Okay.
I only 100% know what August's is, and that's it.
Okay, great. Well, in the spirit of confessing things, and I'm actually feeling quite proud of this confession. And we are very much so inspired by Nitty Natty in this time in our lives. So if you don't follow or subscribe to Nitty Natty, check her out on Instagram and YouTube. She gives great ideas and has fabulous content. And I was working on the prismatic sweater, which you probably saw a couple episode podcasts ago, but also in my like goals video. And I still want to make the prismatic sweater, but I just could not bring myself to work on this sweater. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And then in talking to Gabz, I finally figured out why. It's because I really can't do single ply yarn. It is beautiful and still wonderful, but working with it is just so difficult for me that it makes the project a bear. And I have been excited about working on this sweater since I bought the pattern. And it's making me not want to work on the pattern. So I'm like, I probably should not do this and force myself into this because this sweater is going to take me a century to make. So I decided to frog it and I will start over with different yarn and I have plenty of yarn to choose from. So I will go figure that out. But there is no reason for me to hold on to this single ply yarn. So we are doing a giveaway and I have 2 skeins of this. The other one's just kind of ugly because this was like a shotgun podcast, so that I didn't have it all nice and schemed up, but it is a beautiful yarn. I still love it, but I know I won't use it and I would love it to go to someone who really will enjoy this. So it is from Neighborhood Fiber Company and the colorway is Alice Gadzinski. It is the rustic fingering, so it's 100% superwash merino, 475 yards, pardon me, and I will have 2 skeins of this. So to enter into the giveaway for this and the other accompanying saying, it will be caked up. Just so you know, I won't be able to put it back into looking like this. That's just not my talent. So I will recake it so that it's a nice cake and then send it out. What should we do for the prompt? Comment below with
your favorite kind of yarn, your favorite weight of yarn, because we don't like single ply. But if you do, or if you love DK, because Trey's on a DK weight, tell us the kind of yarn you like to knit or crochet with. Here's our disclaimer though. We'll cover the shipping for the United States. If you're international, you'll have to cover the shipping because we can't cover international shipping because that's a whole thing. So it's open to anyone, but if you're international, we're in California. If that also helps, like, make your decision if you want to enter our giveaway as well.
awesome.
Like and subscribe. We'll check to make sure you are like.
So you do have to subscribe to our YouTube channel and just add that comment down below of your favorite weight blend of yarn, and I will select a winner.
And we'll have to say it on the next podcast because I know we've been having some YouTubers have been having struggles with like scammers, commenting on things, emailing. So we will say your name on the next podcast. We'll put your little YouTube handle on there and then you'll have to email us. We won't reach out to you that way. So if you have anyone emailing you, then you know it's a scam and we're sorry for scammers because that's yucky. But
yeah, awesome. We'll likely have a podcast in like 2 weeks.
Yes.
I think so. You have 2 whole weeks to reflect on your favorite type of yarn to enter into this giveaway. Awesome. I have acquisitions. Do you?
Oh, oh shoot. I can't get I have birthday presents, but that's okay.
Oh yes, it was your birthday.
I can't get them because they're on the other side of my blocking mat.
I'm gonna go. So I have some acquisitions and I would like to note that I actually I did a whole video last week of all the things I bought at the yarn crawl, and that was like only a week ago, and I've gotten all these things since then. So
no repeats. No repeats, Jay.
There are no repeats. This is what's amazing. Okay, except in my defense, some of these were one of these was for sure a gift, and the other one was from the Amsterdam trip, and that was like way a long time ago. It's just she finally came back from Amsterdam and mailed it to me. So, okay, the first is the Amsterdam one, since now we've waited with bated breath for this, and look at that baby. Isn't that fun? So it is walk, right? That's me. I'm gonna go with walk. And it is a DK, and the colorway is purple peach, and this is from the shelves of Stephen and Penelope itself. So it is possible that Stephen West touched this yarn. It feels like a celebrity. He wasn't there when I was FaceTiming with Inger, and I was like, that's fine, because I probably would have gotten all weird and awkward and not know what to say. But I'm so pleased, and she let me pick it, so this is so fun. And shout out Inger for being an awesome yarn friend. And then my other friend, Michaela, who you have heard about and seen about on some of our videos, is now obsessed with knitting. And she was traveling to Dallas. And I was like, oh, you should go to one of the yarn stores there. So she went to On the Lamb in Dallas, Texas, and picked up yarn for herself as well as for me. And this is a long debate that we are having within Michaela and then the Koizumi family, because she's like, oh, Chaylee, I'm going to get you pink yarn because I know you love pink. And this is the yarn that she got me. And I am like, I love it. Thank you so much, Michaela. That's red. And I'm convinced that it is red and green. According to Michaela, it is pink and gray. And I'm like, no. 100% wrong. So we were having this debate. My parents were being all like, oh, well, it's kind of like a raspberry, which isn't red or pink. I was like, just tell her she's wrong. Like,
this is pink.
So Michaela might watch this and be all like herself about it, but it's okay. But it is, regardless of what color it actually is, and hope maybe we can ask the designer what they, or the dyer, what they think it is. It is still beautiful, and I love the name of the brand. It is called Hank Me Home Tonight, and it is a local dyer, so it's out of Fort Worth, Texas, which is super cool. And the colorway is Staycation. So this one is fun, and I'm gonna save it to make some Christmas socks out of it for Michaela, because I think that would be funny. And that we've been friends for like 15 years, so I can do this stuff to her. And then the other thing I got actually when I was in the Bay Area is Michaela and I then went to one of the local yarn stores there together, and she got yarn to make her first Musselburgh hat, and she's now obsessed with it. I had given her some of my DPNs, and they were wood DPNs, and I don't like knitting with wood needles. And so I was like, you can have these. These are totally for you. And then she started working on them, and we were sitting in Avenue Yarns just hanging out there. And she's like, I hate this. This is terrible. Like, and shout out to anyone who loves wood needles. Like, you do what you love. It's just, I can't, it's so tricky for me. I feel like I'm going to snap them. So then she literally got up, put her yarn down, and then bought metal DPNs from Avenue Yarns. Okay, so thank goodness we were there so that she could get them replaced. And she is just moving and grooving on her Musselburgh hat. It's very cute. I'm so proud of her because she also measured her own gauge to figure out, because it's an any gauge pattern, to figure out which ones she needed to do. And she's doing increases, and she only started like 2 months ago. So girl is crushing it. But I also got yarn, and I got this one. It's actually worsted weight, and I want to make a hat out of it because I talked about the Multnomah Falls hat before, and I think that this might show off the cables better than the yarn I already had selected for it. So I think I'm going to do this one, and it is from Dream in Color yarn. It is a they're classy worsted weight, and the colorway is called String and Key. So
I like that. That's cute.
I think it'll be really cute. Look at that. Imagine it on my head.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, last acquisition is my, huh?
You have so many.
Yes. Don't even, like, let's not pretend I didn't buy like 5 other skeins of yarn during the yarn crawl. And we're going to Utah in 2 weeks, and you know I'm going to at least 2 yarn stores in Utah because I got one in Salt Lake and one in Park City.
Oh, nice.
But you know, it's my name on the rental car, so mom and dad just have to ride along with me. So here we go. Okay, let's do the extra goodies. First, it came in a good bag. Like, she didn't list this because every time I do subscribe to the Yarnable Box, sorry. And she gives you a great kind of overview of all the different parts of it. And I don't think she included the bag as one of the goodies, but I think the bag is good goodie. Right? Like, yeah, good for notions, good for like a pencil case. So it's cute. I like it. And one of the goodies, so the theme was kind of like unicorn. Because when I initially just saw the sneak peek, I was telling Gabz I thought it was cotton candy. So I think I was kind of on brand. But this is whipped bath soap called Unicorn Dreams. I have never had whipped bath soap. So my question is it for like your hands or your body?
Are there directions on it?
Oh. Rub all over wet skin and pay special attention to your hooves. Hooves?
Hooves.
Hooves? Hooves? Hooves. Hooves. How do you say that word?
Well, I would say it behooves you, which is spelled the same way with the BE at the beginning. Hooves?
Hooves. But it's the hooves of a unicorn. Hooves.
Feet. Pay attention to your feet.
Okay, rinse me off whilst enjoying the scent of rainbows. Go be unicorn. For best results, use one of our body scrubs. You won't regret it. Very cool. So we have that. I think I'll bring this when we do our Napa yarn hop, because I also have the other stuff I got from the other Yarnable. So we're gonna try all this stuff and hopefully we don't like break out in hives while we're yarn hopping.
One of us has sturdier skin than the other.
I think that's you.
I know.
Okay, we'll put it on you and then see if you break out, and then if you're good, then I probably will be okay. I don't actually remember what this is called, but it's this cute little thinger. She explained it really well. The card's over there, so I can go get it. But it's here's the thing. It's got like a double lobster clasp situation, plus these things attached, these rings attached to it. But I don't know why there's rings attached to it.
What does it say?
It says on one side needles, and it gives all the like millimeter to US size things. And then the other side says hooks and gives the like millimeters to like what the letter.
Are the hoops different sizes?
No.
They're all the same?
Mhm.
Oh, I got it. So you take the lobster class
Okay.
and whatever size hook or needle you used for your pattern, say you used a US 1, you move the lobster class to a US 1. Then when you clip that to your project, you'll know that that project uses US 1s. Like if as a whip, or if it was a 1.25 millimeter hook, you'd clip it to that and then clip it to your pattern so you know what hook it is when you took it out.
I love that you went so low because these only go to US. These are US 4 through 9
Oh, socks.
socks.
That's what I thought was socks.
Okay.
But that's what so sweaters then.
So I understand now. But I was like, cute jingles.
Look at this thinger.
Like the thing I got, yeah. Ah, I now understand the purpose. And then I know what these are. So these, and this is so cute because I've been wanting these and I finally like settled on some, but I want like 9 of these. These are those stitch stoppers.
Oh yeah.
By that same Fox and Pine stitches that I keep looking at every yarn store we go to. Look at these unicorns.
Those are cute.
Aren't they so cute? Do not show your children.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna want it super bad. And I want to share these because I think they're so cute. Okay. And then the last is the yarn, which are perfect or is perfect Chailey colors. Look at that.
Ooh,
Look at that. It. And it is called Unicorn Dreamscape.
Oh.
So I am also thinking of creating another kind of like easy to remember textured DK where I think I'm going to do kind of like a seed stitch and with the like twisted rib rows. So I think that's what I'm going to try for these. So also now that I'm thinking about this, I could do like a pattern where it's like multiple different stitch patterns because all of these are really simple, but like it might be nice to have like a little more DK sock and you get like within it, you get all these different stitch pattern options.
I like it.
Okay, I'll work on that. So I think I might try that on this because that's what I'm doing with March's Yarnable. And this is February? No.
I think that's March.
This May.
Because isn't the purple April?
Yeah, but Some Bunny Loves You was April. This May. May. Got it. Okay, that's all my stuff I've got.
I got stuff for my birthday, but it's in another room.
So maybe you can do special birthday present opening video.
Yeah, I'll do like a pan over. It's not too much stuff. It's just it's a sweater's quantity of yarn, and then I got a notions pouch and stuff for my knitting journal from my sister because I got to go see Six, the musical. Oh, it was my birthday. On April 24th. In news, we're in news now. I turned 32 on Monday, on April 24th. So I got to do fun stuff. We also had the stomach flu, so that was terrible. Don't get the stomach. I mean, we got it because my 1-year-old patient zeroed all of us. It was super yucky because I think she licked the table.
Yuck.
Yep.
Yuck.
I don't think we actually have too much new.
In May, we're starting our 10K training. And I also kind of want to change it up because I want to kind of do the crazy sock they're doing and try and do a mile a day.
Okay.
Or at least a mile a day. But I think it will still work with the training. I'll just have to run more on other days and won't take the rest day. But we were going to do a couch to 5K training, and then we realized we both could run at least 2 miles. So we didn't necessarily need to start there. So now Gabz found us a 5K to 10K training plan. And we're not actually running a race at this point, but we're just trying to challenge ourselves together to do this. And because I also, after we get to the 10K, we're going to try and get to the half marathon level. I'm thrilled about this. Gabz is doing it with me and is very supportive and like kind of drags her feet, but she's also one who finds us the plans on Google. So I think it's going to be fun. And I think Gabz is already good at tracking her miles. So I'm going to try and start getting better at like writing down how many miles I've run that day. So that will be exciting for May. And then we have a lot of travel coming up for vacations, because eventually Gabrielle's school year will end and then she'll get to have more fun. Not that teaching isn't fun for her, but that's summer is her time, and she keeps telling me.
I know I'm going to win her in June on the sock swap.
You are, because I have 2 trips in June, and
I'm not teaching in June, and I put my 3-year-old in half-day summer camp.
Good.
My 3-year-old's a spitfire. My 1-year-old's a little bit more of an independent lady, so she does what she wants.
So we'll see. I think I don't even remember what June's. Oh, June is sock camp picnic.
Oh, that one looks easy though.
I don't think so, but okay.
I don't remember it being it's like, I think it's like garter and then cable.
It's got like a twist.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about. That was one of the patterns that I like looked at it. You know, like where there's some patterns you look at and you're like, oh, I can figure that out. That was one of those, oh, I can figure that out ones.
Versus you could not figure out timeless arrows.
Or butterfly kisses. I'm like,
no, I don't got it. I haven't even looked at the pattern, but I'm probably gonna, after we're done with this, go open it up, because I also can't wait till tomorrow and want to see what she got me. Because if she gave me DK, then I'm gonna text you and be like, you got to rework the pattern for me now.
Yeah, I've definitely given you DK at least one more time. Hopefully it's on the summer sock camp picnic one, because that one I'm pretty sure is like a 4 or 8 stitch repeat, so that shouldn't be too hard.
I'm hoping you gave it to me for the Rhinebeck Roomies one, because I've already done that one, and I know how I could change that.
Yeah, a couple, and like I think the morning coffee pattern too is an easy one to like some are easy to adapt.
Hopefully it's not butterfly kisses, but we'll let you know when we podcast next. So don't forget to enter into the giveaway. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye.